Katherine Hunka, international violinist, leader of the Irish Chamber Orchestra. How wonderful to see you. It's been the worst of times, now the best of times, as you're all together for Bach with a Bang to celebrate the ICO's 50th birthday. What's it like, everyone being together now?
Oh, it's great. I suppose we're all quite giddy. There's a lot of laughter in between working out the notes, you know. And we did get together in August at Kilkenny Arts Festival. But this is special because it's our birthday concert, and it's in UCH, and UCH is where we always perform.
Yeah.
And it's a fabulous acoustic in the concert hall here in Limerick. This is our home. So we're going to play in our home concert hall tomorrow night, twice.
Twice over, just once wasn't even enough to definitively mark your return.
That's right.
Well, of course, it's a special year for the Irish Chamber Orchestra, and you have a long history with the organisation. It's 18 years since you became the concert master, principal violinist for the ICO.
That's scary, isn't it?
It's magnificent. What a wonderful partnership. And can you remember back to your first entry, your first time with the ICO?
Very much, yes. Because as soon as I arrived, I knew this was a special group of people.
Yeah.
And these were people I wanted to hang out with. And I suppose I've grown on the job. So I've been allowed to grow from a 20-year-old. To be honest with you, I had a lot to learn. I was 26 when I joined. Everyone can work out my age.
16.
It's like something. Anyway, but I was when I first came over here, I was 26, and that was actually even longer ago in '99.
Wow.
Goodness. Yeah, and then I got the job as leader in 2002. So I have grown with this group. We've all grown together.
That's actually something that always strikes me about the ICO, this assembly of virtuosi, also exceptionally nice people, but people who can stand up in their own right as performers. And indeed, some of you get together with your own group. The wonderful Dermot Dunne, who's joining you tomorrow night. He, yourself and Malachy are the far-flung trio.
We are.
And lots of other ensembles come and go together in the group. Do you think it adds to the dynamic of the orchestra?
Yes, I do. I think things feed off each other. So I actually met Dermot here. He came in to play a solo when I very first joined the orchestra, and I was blown away by Dermot. Like no one can play a tune like Dermot. So he just kind of gets going, and everybody goes, "Oh God, he's done it again." I thought he might have forgotten how to do that during lockdown, but no.
No, he's
and
back with the bang as well.
Pretty fabulous guy, a character, musician, the whole lot. So I suppose we kind of find each other. We found each other here in the ICO, but then, I mean, the far-flung trio, we do as much as we can outside this.
And looking at the repertoire for these Bach with a Bang concerts, it's suitably varied and wonderful to reflect your talents. You have the world premiere of a new commission by Ryan Molloy, the president from RTE Lyric FM, his Luasc. You have music of Argentina, Piazzola, with of course the bald Dermot taking centre stage. Yes. You have Mozart's Piano Concerto No. 12 with the wonderful Finghin Collins. You have such a range of works. Do you think that's one of the great strengths of the ICO, this easy virtuosity and versatility that you bring? Yes,
I do think that we're a group that enjoys going between different styles. So this is an evening of a bit of everything, that we do. So the commission from Ryan is a lot of Irishy sort of sounds in there. So I love trying to put my trad hat on. I have such respect for trad musicians. I try to put my trad hat on a bit. I would never pretend to be a trad musician because it's a fabulous sound that I didn't learn as a child, but I do my best. And then there's the film tunes that are the most luscious, like heart on sleeve. Plant your heart on your sleeve. And then there's Mozart, Finghin doing the Mozart, which is just going to be so beautiful. So then it's sort of, I can't wait to do it one after the other. It's a lovely thing, and hopefully for the audience, it's just a wonderful, not a roller coaster, hopefully, maybe like a wonderful chocolate box.
Well, we love our chocolates.
Yeah.
Actually, one of the themes that's been coming up in these chats is that of collaboration. I'm struck at, your friendships and your artistic work with artists such as Dermot Dunne and Finghin Collins too. And say a work like the Mozart Piano Concerto No. 12, and an absolute staple of classical repertoire. And here you are, these vital, excited musicians coming to work in it in this atmosphere of collaboration. When you're in rehearsal together, how does that work? Is there much give and take and discussion?
A lot. So The atmosphere in the rehearsal is very relaxed, focused but relaxed. And so then people may crack a joke, but different musicians in the orchestra might suggest something. It's not just everybody listening with bated breath as I speak.
It should be.
So I suppose my job in these rehearsals is to have a kind of an idea of what's happening. Finghin's just been quarantining, so he sent me on WhatsApp little excerpts of what he wants with tempos and stuff. So he'll be here today, but so then it's a kind of an absolute give and take. It's like he might say a bit of this and I might say a bit of that, and we might try it again. Mm-hmm. It's just, it happens almost by itself. I'm a big believer in getting out of the way of the music. Just let it be. Not too much finicky analysing of tiny details. It always kills it. So as soon as that starts to happen in the room, let's back off, crack a joke, breathe.
Yeah.
So that means that the atmosphere always stays light-hearted. And it's so important. You can't work in the arts, you can't be creative if it's not light at the same time.
I just love that. As opposed to, say, the mistake of thinking that classical music must be approached with this overly reverential...
Much earnestness.
Yes, indeed.
Mozart. No, that's a killer.
Yeah.
And Bach as well, this, of course, these people were geniuses, there's no doubt about it. But they had a laugh.
Exactly. Even Bach.
Yeah, that's right. Mozart was quite a joker, wasn't he?
Absolutely. No, I was actually just chatting to your friend Malachy at double bass for the Irish Chamber Orchestra, and he was speaking in rehearsal of the feeling of relief at getting to perform again.
It is a relief.
Yeah.
It absolutely is. I mean, it's very, very tough to have everything cancelled, and I know it's the same for everybody, but it's very hard to keep playing. And I suppose that we were actually discussing it today in the break. A lot of us stopped playing, myself included, for a while. Like, I probably didn't play much for about 3 months.
Really?
But yeah, because you kind of lose your mojo. You're not quite sure what you're doing it for anymore. But then comes the moment when you just pick it up and start again. And oh my gosh, I haven't lost it completely, because that's the fear.
Yes.
That's a massive fear for musicians, that you want me to do it anymore. And then, okay, it's still there. Maybe I like music. Maybe it turns out that, quite aside from what's happening in our lives right now, music is actually right at the centre of my life. So that's what I discovered for me. And of course, I probably knew it in a way, but I would have been slightly more, I'm so overworked, I'd love to just lie around and bake cakes. Well, now you can, Katherine. Now you've got months to bake cakes and soup. Granola, big one. So I did all that for months, and my God, I missed music. So it's good to find that out, isn't it?
It's to hear someone of your caliber saying that. That is such a relief. It's wonderful for musicians everywhere to hear that. That's, even for you, there'd be this feeling of desolation, of fear that it'd never come back.
Oh yeah, it's really, really miserable. And I think that we all went through, my colleagues and I was on the phone to people in the orchestra. We kind of looked out for each other. I'd phone people from the office or people from the orchestra, all looking out for each other. How are you doing? And we all had different moments of despair and different moments of, come on, it's going to be okay. Let's do something online. Let's meet up online. So lots of projects came out of it. Lots of lovely, lovely things.
Absolutely.
But it doesn't beat a live performance, though.
Nothing beats that, which will make this so particularly special. Katherine, it's fantastic to see you. Wonderful to chat and to catch up. Thank you so much. And so looking forward to you and the Irish Chamber Orchestra and Bach with a bang.
Me too, Liz. Thank you.